Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is ScareRookie, and we are talking part 2 of our tombstone creation. So as you saw in my previous video in part 1, I introduced you to the model tombstone that I make. It was the first model that I made, and I learned a lot from that model. As you can see, it's standing over there, one more shot. And I want to make another tombstone. So this is the second tombstone. So as you can see, this is a 1/2-inch piece of styrofoam. It's 2 foot wide by 4 foot high. I want my tombstones nice and big to kind of give it an enlarged, realistic feeling. And then I go online and I just look for different tombstone styles for inspiration. And then I cut them all out. So as you can see, I'm going with a different style here. We're going to have a kind of a crest up here, and there's going to be a piece on top that you'll see later on that'll go on top here. But this is my base platform here. Now, a lot of people will just take this base here and they will engrave and paint it and all that kind of stuff. And that's what I did my first year, but the tombstones just didn't look real enough, I guess. I wanted my tombstones to have depth. I wanted them to look like they were carved granite or stone. So, did some research, kind of did some of my own designs and patterns, and come up, I think, with a pretty good way of doing some tombstones, which I'm sharing with you now. So as you do your base, once you get your base cut out, then what you want to do is you want to go and you want to start marking the areas of the design of the tombstone where you're going to add layers and depth. So I'm going to have a base on my tombstone. I'm going to have a ridge or an overhang here that's going to add a little more depth. And as you can see on the edges here, here's the flat surface, and it's got 2 lines drawn. This one is about 2.5 inches in, and this is 1 inch in. So what I do is I take styrofoam and I cut a bottom piece at 2.5 inches wide here, and then 1 inch here, and then I cut them out in the same design as the tombstone, and then layer them on top of each other. It's pretty similar to like those 3D puzzles that you see out there, the 3D models that you put together. It's the same concept, and what it does is it gives your tombstones some depth. I'll give you an example. So you see this base here, it's pretty flat and bland. So if I take my pieces, lay them into place, now you see the depth. Now you see what looks more like a tombstone. Makes them look nice and thick, nice and wide, lots of design, and they're super lightweight and easy to put together. It's kind of fun because it gives you an example of how to build things in layers to get what you want. And then we'll move on to the next video after I put this together, which will be part 3, and that'll be more the detailing. How do you get that old rundown, cemetery tombstone look, aging and that type of thing. And then part 4 will be more of the painting and detailing. So I'm going to finish up this part of it, start gluing my pieces into place, and then we'll kind of get into the prepping of the tombstone so it looks aged and worn down. Until then, we will check in on part 3. This is ScareRookie signing off.